Hey everybody, it's me, Justice Dwight, and I'm here with another episode of Faces of Richmond. Today we have an amazing visual artist here in Richmond, so we're just going to jump right into it. Hey everybody, this is Silly Genius. I want you guys to really welcome him, and I want you to please introduce yourself to those watching.
My name is Silly Genius, Richmond artist, jack of all trades, I guess, art, photography, graphic design, whatever I can do.
I mean, and you're so modest. Like, you're really a big deal here in Richmond. You've done so many shows. Your pieces are all over the place online. Like, I see your pieces on Tumblr with big numbers, and I've seen these huge murals. Like, this guy is not only a great artist, but he's really a humble person. So first, this piece right here in between us is my favorite piece, and I really want you to tell myself and the people watching about this piece.
Basically, like, I grew up watching like a ton of like kung fu flicks, like Shaw Brothers, all that type of stuff, anime, whatever. And I just really love like Eastern culture and like the way the strict way they carry themselves, very composed, cool, whatever. And I just imagine it's like if black people were kind of present in that culture. I created this character. There's a deeper story to this character because I have a comic book that I'm going to do with her.
Right.
But yeah, her name is Kuro. It's like the Japanese word for black.
Wow. So that's amazing. I just think the details in this are incredible. And what is this on? Is this not canvas?
It's a wood panel.
That is awesome. If you ever get a chance to see this guy's work in person, you have to. This piece, the colors, everything's just very bright and vibrant. So, as well as you do your anime and things like that, what other styles of art do you feel you are strong at doing?
I got my start in illustration, like kind of like mimicking the comic books that I read and the cartoons that I watched, and just bringing in more influences as I went along. Learning about like classic artists, Picasso's and Monet's and Rembrandt's and Caravaggio and all that stuff. And then it's just like the more I learn, the more I take in, kind of you kind of just pick up things along the way
and just bring them in.
Other artists like your peers or things you see,
and just bring that into your own style.
I always say art is kind of like a slow burn, because music and film, you kind of feel the impact of those immediately. Like you hear a song, it changes your life instantly. Or you see a movie, and you instantly like see things differently. Whereas with art, you see something when you're like 5, and then you realize how it changed the way you see things. Like
not instantly,
but it's like you saw a painting with this one particular shade of red. And then, 10 years later, that's my favorite color. And then you don't realize.
Yeah, you don't resonate why.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Now, before we had a conversation before this, and I was asking you a little bit about how do you feel about self-promotion on social media.
Yeah.
So do you feel social media helps artists as far as gaining a platform and getting their work out there? Or do you think it can hurt an artist?
And it's a kind of a double-edged sword. Like, you put a painting out there, 1,000 people can see it. But 1,000 people can put a painting out for 1,000 people to see. So there's this battle of reaching out to more versus oversaturation. Like if everybody is doing it, then
it seems a certain way.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that people can? How do I say this? Have you ever been in a situation where someone has taken what you've done and tried to call it their own? Because I've seen a lot of art theft going on through Twitter and things like that.
No, I've never had to deal with it. I think that's why I started doing like my name in all my pieces, like when I incorporated my name. So there's no way you can take it. Like people see it and they automatically like.
No way, that's silly.
Yeah.
So what is study group?
Study group is it's like a.
And you gotta advertise the show.
Shameless self-promotion.
Yes.
Study group it's a collective of just creative my creative friends. It's like a creative consultancy firm. But it started with the idea like we're all in this together. Like we can't. Nobody makes it to the top on their own. Like they always have some help along the way. And so I figured, there's strength in numbers. So I kind of took like the Wu-Tang Future approach, where I do art, you make music, somebody else does, they write, whatever, and we all learn from each other. Like you're gonna see, you're gonna see art in a different way than I would.
I think that's very positive because you don't see a lot of that in the community. Sometimes you see there's a group over here, there's like a group over here, but they're like, no, they don't come together. But I think Study Group is doing a thing where it brings people more together. Even those who don't really know a lot about art, they're coming out to your events, like Sketchy Crowd, things like that, and they're seeing this art, and they don't even know that they're promoting it. By tweeting and Snapchatting, they're promoting what you're doing and learning something. I think it's very positive.
There's this like elitist nature to art, with anything, like you can't sit with this type of deal. And I just want to, I want to change that for me because I didn't have that when I was younger.
Right.
I didn't have anybody like, hey, no, come over here. Let me like show you this or introduce you to this. And that's my ultimate goal with Study. It's kind of like mentoring and like teaching, not so to speak.
Like being there for the artistic misfits, so to speak.
Yeah, like I didn't go to art school. Everything that I learned about art, I pretty much learned on my own, or in the company of other artists. So I want to be that
guy for other people.
Yeah,
I think that's cool. We also talked about black art and black artists.
Yeah.
Now, where are you at with this divide? Because there is a divide between black people who do art, then black people who seem to do art referencing black culture, and then just art in general.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me, honestly. Like if you're black and you're making art, then your art is black art.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't matter, what the subject matter is or what the references are. Like, somebody painting like, I don't know, something very like Afrocentric or whatever, isn't quote unquote blacker than me drawing comic books.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It's still black art.
Because it's coming from a black artist. Yeah, okay. So is there anything else you want to say to the people out there? Is there anything you want people to know?
Just keep an open mind about art and creativity. Be a little more understanding of people's journeys in this art shit. Like I started when I was 5, so I'm understandably a little bit more, further in the game than some people who just started last year.
Right. And it's
cool. It's okay. Like I was terrible in comparison to what I'm doing now. So it's
growth.
Yeah, it's growth. Like
I think that's important what you just said, because you're saying people who want to start doing art now, they can start. And even if they don't feel like they're up to par with, if you're their favorite, they might not be up to par with this. Yeah. But one day they keep working at it, they'll be the best them that they're going to be as far as art goes.
Everybody can't be Candy. Everybody can't be, Cause or whoever. Like whoever you think is like the best artist walking, everybody can't be that person. That person had to put in work to be that good. But you can be the best version of yourself. Like
exactly.
Nobody can be a better you than you.
Right. That's a great message, I think. Like you might want to be Van Gogh, but you might end up being Van Wyn.
Yeah.
But either way, you're gonna be you, and that's the best part of this whole thing. So thank you for coming out, hanging out with us, talking. And for everybody watching, please like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it somewhere, do something with this video because we need people to watch this. And all of Silly Genius' information will be in the description.